Okay, let's talk about working with uh, repeats and multiple endings. Okay, and let's go back to our Mozart example for this. Let's look down here. How about right here? Let's say at this point, we want to repeat back to the beginning. Okay, that's fairly easy. We can add a repeat from our palette right here. We would go to this one and we'd say repeat back. So we drop that right at the end of that measure. And then we could put one back at the beginning as well. Although we don't really need it necessarily here, but it'll help it to play back better. Now, MuseScore is going to play from the beginning to here, then it's going to jump back, and then when it gets to here the second time, it's going to keep going forward. Now, what if I wanted to have a multiple ending situation? I'm going to get rid of those two repeats. Then what I need to do is, let's say this one bar is going to be the first and second ending. First thing I need to do is duplicate it. So I'm going to select this bar. I'm going to go to Add, Measures, Insert One Measure. Okay? And it put it before, but that's okay. So now I'm going to highlight this bar and copy it and paste it. I just did Shift click, paste it there. Now I have this bar twice. Okay? Now let's walk through our repeat process. So we wanted to get to here and repeat back to here. The second time, we wanted to skip this bar and go onward from there. So for this, we need to go to the Lines palette and find our first repeat and put it here. Let's pull it up a little bit so it's easier to see. Okay, first ending. Now let's do a second ending. Put that here. Oops. I just changed some notes, but that's okay. I meant to grab that and pull it up. Okay? And that's all we need. Now we should play from beginning all the way to here, back to beginning, to here, and then jump down to here, and then continue on. So that's repeats. And MuseScore should know how to do that automatically, unless you have this turned off up here. This means skip all the repeats on playback. So when you're working on a bigger piece of music that repeats a lot, sometimes it's handy to turn off the repeats if you're just going through and checking your notes and rhythms and things. Let's check to make sure it worked. Okay, it did exactly what we expected it to do. It wasn't a very elegant repeat because we repeated back to here. Probably should have repeated back to right here. It would have sounded a little bit better. But all my repeats worked exactly as expected.